Okay, guys, here's the major headline from today. So, this is why it's important to read articles and not just the headlines. And one thing I will say, I feel like most people fall into this category where they only read things that they want to hear, and that's called an echo chamber. When you're only listening to or reading things that fit with the bias that you have decided you like. You know, if you're on the red team, you only like to hear red team stuff. If you're on the blue team, you only like to hear blue team stuff. It's really important to study your enemy and really just study the news in general, because your haters are going to give you a perspective that you may be able to learn from. You may be able to glean from. In this case, the first news outlet that broke the story was The Hill, which is, in my opinion, very neutral. And they said President Trump, this is the headline, President Trump has told the General Services Administration to begin the transition process with President elect Biden, though Trump is not conceding his loss. When you read that headline, it really makes you think, like, man, maybe it is all a conspiracy and Trump is finally ready to admit defeat. But when you actually read the article, right, and you're not just reading the headline, it says this in the article. It says Trump in two tweets wrote that he had asked Murphy to begin the transition, though he did not concede his loss to Biden and said he would keep fighting. Here are the tweets from Donald Trump. I want to thank Emily Murphy at GSA for her steadfast dedication and loyalty to our country. She has been harassed, threatened, and abused, and I do not want to see this happen to her, her family, or employees at GSA. Our case strongly continues, and we will keep up the good fight, and I believe that we will prevail. Nevertheless, in the best interest of our country, I am recommending that Emily and her team do what needs to be done with regard to initial protocols, and I've told my team to do the same. So, what it sounds like is whoever is running the GSA, a department I did not know even existed, um, was she was being harassed and threatened, and out of respect for her, and really all it's costing Donald Trump is taxpayer dollars, right? Like, that's what the transition team is. It's basically just the authorization to use taxpayer funds to help move the president and get the next the president elect and the next administration ready for the White House. That's all it is. But they can only do so if the 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 candidate concedes, the opposing candidate concedes the election. So Trump's not doing that. He says he's not doing that. The headline makes it sound like he's, just allowing the transition process to happen, but he's not. He just doesn't want to see anyone else get harassed. So I think this is an excellent example of uh, spin, right? Like this, uh, you could have made this headline say any number of things, such as against Trump's greatest desires, he's allowing the transition team to move forward, so employees stop being harassed. And I'm not sure who's doing the harassing, but I guarantee it's not people wearing MAGA hats. That's who's not doing it. So, anyways, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the ongoing saga with the legal team. I think this is fascinating stuff. I think I'm really really ready for this all to come to a head, and for us to actually get some closure one way or the other. I think, as well as probably quite a few people who are watching this, that something um, incredible, whether good or bad, is going to happen in the next few weeks, and we need to prepare ourselves for such. If it doesn't happen, guess what? The president, whether it's President Trump or President Biden, doesn't put food on my table. He doesn't put food on my table. He doesn't help me progress in my job. He doesn't help me to expand investment opportunities. He doesn't help me to expand my network. All he does is influence policies. It's my job to understand what those policies are, how they're going to affect me personally, and then make choices for my own success. But If I had my way out of the two candidates who, like I mentioned before, I don't endorse either one 100%. Certainly Mr. Biden 0%. But if I had my way, I would like to see the current administration continue in the White House for 4 more years. And as we move out of the pandemic, we'll get to uh, see if our economy really can thrive again. So let me know if you like this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you hate it, give it a thumbs down. Let me know in the comments if you don't like it. I want to improve this content and make sure that you are getting independent, unbiased coverage, because that's what I want to be. I'm pretty unbiased. I certainly am conservative in my fiscal policies, conservative in my faith, but I tend to be somewhat liberal when it comes to the environment, and I I really think it's important to make sure all sides are being heard, so we really understand why people clutch so tightly to certain principles. There's a reason why, and it's not because they're always 100% wrong. We need to understand why people think that the way that they do, and then be able to formulate our own rational opinions based on that. So, again, guys, hope you liked the video. God bless. Have a great day.